After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Ritter now on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Ritter back to throw. And that is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Lawrence will throw. A short throw to Ingram, and that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw, Ritter. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ritter checks this one down to Robinson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Lawrence. That's swung out to Mostert. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Four receivers split out here. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there, creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, it's Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Throwing there, but this pass is going to land up incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Agnew now to return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. A short throw to Ingram. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Also the guard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard
Lawrence.
line.
And he rifles one incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lawrence. That is caught, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. And this is off the left, upright, and through. A trick shot there, but a point is a point.
Falcons 7. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he will not get all the way. He will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Now Heineke. And a dump off here to Robinson. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Heineke. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And unable to connect, incomplete. And give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And they're indeed going. Here's Heineke. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
That one goes for 24 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Heineke. They'll roll him out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mac Hollins. 35 yards. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Straight ahead, Etienne. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 89 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. On second down, Etienne once more. And they're able to get this one past the 30, down to the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. A handoff running left is Mostert. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they're going to speed things up here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. On play action, Heineke. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be out right at the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Robinson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Running the counter with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought.
Taking it right down Broadway. Down the sideline he goes. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Completed number 5, Drake London. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. To the air again, Heineke. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Heineke with a third and goal. Buying time to his left. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal. Heineke to throw it. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 117 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Jags, they're
Jags.